This week was the release of the newest banner for Genshin Impact, the Pyro polearm wielder Hu Tao, who will be available until March 16th. Hu Tao joins the Moment of Bloom banner as the featured 5-star character. As per usual, there are also boosted 4-star drop rates, this time for Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun. The weapon banner Epitone Invocation also features Hu Tao's weapon, Staff of Homer, which might be worth getting if you're planning to get a polearm for this character. There is also the next story quest, which is called Papillo Chirontis, introducing Hu Tao. You will also need to be Adventure Rank 40 or above in order to access it. Also this week is the live stream for Update 1.4, which covers Condensed Resin Maximum Increase, Adventure Rank Max, and World Level. If you're just starting out, be sure to check out our Genshin Impact Getting Started guide. Be sure to drop by our Genshin Impact wiki for all the latest. Modifius Entertainment, the same board game developer behind the Elder Scrolls Call of Arms, are working on a new board game. They have announced their project, the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim the board game, which will have its own campaign on GameFound. The project, which has not yet launched, shares a few details on the GameFound page, outlining the board game will be an epic cooperative board game of adventure across Skyrim for 1 to 4 players. Those interested in learning more can sign up for design updates in the lead up to the launch. If you haven't heard of GameFound, it's an alternative crowdfunding site to Kickstarter, but concentrating on tabletop games. So far, there is no launch date for the campaign, but according to Polygon, Modifius co-founder Chris Birch has shared that it's expected to go live in June 2021. The developer of Warcave have announced the turn-based strategy RPG Black Legend will be releasing on March 25th. Black Legend follows a squad of mercenaries into the city of Grot to aid those struggling to resist the deadly cult of fanatics. The title is inspired by folklore and stories from 17th century Belgium and the Netherlands. Players will use an alchemy-based system called Humorism, in which there are 4 different instabilities that can be combined to make a devastating catalyst attack. You can build and customize your teams using cross-class abilities as well as equipment. Black Legend will release on March 25th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Last week, Square Enix revealed Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade on PlayStation 5 and Yuffie Kisaragi. Now Square has shared more screenshots of Yuffie plus more about the character. Some of the new info was also shared on the Final Fantasy VII Remake official English Twitter account, but also details of the length of the episode were shared by game industry insider Neville. Yuffie can be seen in the screenshots wearing a Moogle hood, and the info shared explains she will use her skills as Wu Tai's elite corps of ninja to get into Midgar. As for how long the Yuffie episode will be, a Twitter post by Nibble shares that it will be 2 chapters. Currently, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is 18 chapters long. In this episode, both Yuffie and Sonnen are trying to steal the ultimate materia from Shinra. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is already available on PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 5 version will release on June 10th, 2021. The Yuffie episode is an add-on coming to PS5 only. The latest video released by developer Cryptic Studios and publisher Perfect World Entertainment for upcoming Magic Legends focuses on the challenges ahead in terms of gameplay difficulty and modifiers called Enchantments. The action RPG is based on the Wizards of the Coast strategy card game Magic the Gathering, with an upcoming beta happening on March 23rd. In this video, they share more about the difficulty modifiers, which add further customizability to the game's challenges. The video explains how regional enchantments and world enchantments offer players a great deal of choice and strategy when it comes to how they choose to play the game. There are 4 difficulty levels to choose from: normal, hard, expert, and master. By default, you'll start off in normal difficulty, but you can unlock hard, expert, and master difficulties by reaching certain milestones during your playthrough. Choosing the difficulty level will reflect upon a number of things, such as your class level, your planeswalker level, spells, artifact ranks, gear progression, as well as overall build synergy. Safe to say there are a number of ways of customizing your build as well as your playthrough, with over 25 risk-reward combinations at launch. Magic Legends will be holding their open beta on March 23rd, with sign-ups now available on the official Magic Legends website. Players will also receive exclusive skins when you log in on Arc during the beta. If you're curious to know what we thought of the game, be sure to check out our Magic Legends hands-on impressions. Now for some Elder Scrolls news. The champion system is getting a shake-up on March 8th, with the new level cap now being raised to 3,600 CP. This change comes with Update 29, along with the Flames of Ambition DLC, which was announced back in January. ZeniMax have released an overview of what this new system will look like. As part of the free update coming for all, there are also changes to armor weight with adding bonuses and penalties. ZeniMax assures you'll still be able to do the same content you were able to do before the update goes live. For example, DLC dungeons at CP 300 will still be possible. Ultimately, the new system is about choices. While you choose certain advantages, there will be trade-offs similar to that of gear and your ability bar. Currently, as the constellation system stands, there are 9 different constellations. However, these will be reduced to 3 major groups: warfare, fitness, and craft. In addition to the new groups of constellations, there is now a constellation bar that is located at the top of the screen. This has 12 slots with 4 dedicated to each constellation group. Here you can add special stars which grant powerful boons. The aim of the addition of this bar is to provide great flexibility and variance between builds. There is also a new in-game mini-event called Heroes Reforged, which will give players a chance to gain free respecs, plus a free pet. The event will go live along with Update 29 next week. Elder Scrolls Online Flames of Ambition and Update 29 will release on March 8th for PC and Stadia, and on March 16th for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. A new Dungeons & Dragons RPG is being developed by Hidden Path Entertainment, according to a tweet announcing that they are hiring. The developer Hidden Path recently posted on Twitter that they are in the process of hiring for a few positions for a AAA third-person open-world fantasy RPG that will be taking place inside the Dungeons & Dragons franchise. No other details are given apart from that it's a AAA title and will be developed in Unreal Engine 4, according to the job post details. Hidden Path Entertainment is an independent development studio who have worked on Counter-Strike, Witchblood, and Age of Empires 2 HD Edition. This project isn't the only title RPG in the works that follows the Dungeons & Dragons type games. There is Baldur's Gate 3, which is currently in early access, which recently added the Druid class. Then there is Dark Alliance, a 4-player co-op action RPG set in Icewind Dale, and is expected to release sometime in 2021. The upcoming patch 1.3.3 for Wasteland 3, titled Death and Taxes, will be releasing at the end of March. It will be bringing permadeath, an optional difficult skill checks mode, respecking new character customization items, and a number of improvements and fixes to the game. Wasteland 3 with permadeath means when your character's health reaches 0, they will die and cannot come back. Permadeath will only be coming to single player mode, according to InXL on the Wasteland 3's Steam page. Players should note, once you opt in for permadeath at the start of your game, you won't be able to disable it. In a normal run of Wasteland 3, if a character reaches a down state, you will have a certain number of rounds of combat before being able to bring them back to the battle. In permadeath mode, when they die, any equipment they may carry will go to the local party's shared inventory, so at least you won't lose these items. If you lose all your members of your party though, it's game over. Wasteland 3 is currently available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. If you need some guides to help you on your adventure, be sure to check out our Wasteland 3 guides. Want to know what we thought of this game? Check out our Wasteland 3 review, Baldur's Gate meets XCOM. If you're looking forward to the Diablo 2 remaster, but afraid you will lose your progress of the original, fear not, as Blizzard confirms you can carry on your adventure where you left off. The old save files of Diablo 2 will work with Diablo 2 Resurrected. This new detail was confirmed by game producer Matthew Cederquist, who shared with IGN Middle East that this feature was actually a happy accident rather than a planned feature. While working on the remaster, they wondered if the old save files would work, and it turns out after giving it a go, they do. Diablo 2 Resurrected will be coming to Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X later in 2021. Also, a technical alpha is coming to PC soon, with signups now open at Diablo2.com. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.